Let me record it if you have any questions.
Okay. I can't screen
Should I?
share or anything.
Okay, then
No. Because
generic
I
question.
just created two profiles. That's it.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. I mean, since morning I didn't get time, and evening
That's a
I
you did
started.
at least that much. You should not be sad for that.
It literally took a lot of time for me. So yeah, for CEO, he is like he needs all the access, right?
So yeah,
Like
it should be just a generally exact clone copy of system, and that's it.
yeah. So in standard objects, there are like multiple objects. I
Mhm.
just turned on like accounts,
No,
contacts,
for CEO,
products.
don't turn off any access. Let it be the system admin, same clone.
Oh,
So generally,
okay,
we
okay,
don't create a separate profile for CEO. We directly give assign a system admin to him. Only the role
okay,
he will have as a CEO.
okay, okay,
If you
okay.
create, still create the profile, still okay. And let him have a cloned of a system admin. So we don't want to change anything.
Okay, and okay, not about the CEO, but later, like the branch manager or the
Uh-huh.
payment guy, staff guy. So, for these people, coming to the standard objects, we will be anyway renaming, like labeling the standard object. For example, account, I'm going to label it as vehicles sold, or anything like, so we have to give only those access, right?
True, true.
Okay. Yeah, I was a little confused, what access should I actually give to other people. So while I was doing for the branch manager, I got a little confused, like I mean, there are bunch of objects there, and I didn't know,
That's the
so
reason I
I.
was saying you. So when you say that, okay, let me reduce the access efficiency, one profile
Mhm.
you know skin off all the items, whatever there, at that
Yeah.
you clone on to the different profiles.
Yeah.
So while you are skimming off one, um, so you be sure that okay, so this is the most I can skim off. Then you can give additional access when you're cloning a profile and to the respective profiles, whatever.
Okay. So again, if any kind of access is missed later on, we can edit it, right? So
Yeah, I'm
that
making
should
easy
not.
to you. Yes, of course. Today also, at last you can create, you can do, but too much of work will come. You would be more confused than what you're doing it. So that's the reason I was adding you to have a very beginning before creating a project. What is the thought that you have to have?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
now it is
understand.
at least it is easy to one profile you do, and the others are like a clone copy of it, and you're giving plus or minus whatever. So that is something which is useful to you. If you not,
Yeah.
if not all you created, then at the last you should go to each profile. You have to turn off, and then think about how many clicks you have to do.
Yeah. That's what, for branch manager I was doing, clearly. And one more thing is for the coming to the custom objects access. So I didn't create any custom objects earlier. So once we create the custom objects, then we have to come here and again give access to them, to those objects, right?
No, while creating a custom object only at the last it asks you a question: to which profile this has to be visible, and to which
Oh,
application this has to be visible.
okay then.
Each and every
Okay.
field when you create also it's the same question to you: to which profile
Okay.
it has to be visible, and of course to the respective object you're running it.
Okay.
See, that's the reason I was saying you a profile would be the key first point. Whatever you
Yeah.
do, then henceforth, while you are trying to create on, people should have access instantly. You can choose the profile to which profile you want to give this field access. There comes
Mm.
as FLS, field level security. So five fields, let's say you're creating it, and you're determining to whom should have access for this five field. Let's say you're trying to create SSN or yeah, social security number you're trying to create. Now, who can be visible with seeing the SSN? Not all the reps or should be seeing only manager if you see. Don't give access to anyone, only give to manager, branch manager, someone.
Oh,
Done. So rest of
but
the other four profiles would not have an access to that particular field. You're not even showing the UI also. Only
okay.
for that manager, when he logs in, it will be shown.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, so that will be field level access,
Yeah.
the
If
profiles.
you miss out again, you should go to each individual profile, or you should go to the respective fields in an object, and you should click on set field level security. You should turn off or you should enable it. However, you're again doing the same. Going back to the profile, going to the FLS, choosing the object, again you're doing the same.
Mm. Okay.
If you miss a while creation only, you should go back to the profile end of the day and go to the respective section and you have to modify them. Be it it's an
Okay.
object or a field or layouts or whatever it is.
Okay. 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 Yeah, this is what my questions were because CEO I did it as same system admin for regional manager and branch manager. Where I did regional manager and I just cloned branch manager. That time I got a little confused, so that's why. That's it. Okay. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Perfect. So what about Jimsel? Do you have any questions?
Oh, Kant, I did not get a chance to work on anything today, so I don't have any questions.
Hmm.
But one request, if you can send us that recording of yesterday's before we forget everything.
It was uploaded at Sims Gemcell.
I did not get an email, anything. If you
Oh,
already did, okay, I'll check on the previous link and see.
yeah, I didn't get a chance to look into the class also. Let me see again.
Okay. So I've already uploaded the video of last class, at least last
Okay.
class. So then I'll go back to know and decremental order from yesterday's class and so on. So
Okay.
in day when you see we at least three classes we have no, so three recordings. So that I have to merge and then add them.
Okay.
Um, Sandeep also join. Hey Sandeep.
Hello.
Hey Sandeep.
Yes.
Sandeep, do you have any quick questions under the project side so that we can talk and then move on?
No, I haven't started yet.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Good.
what's the time? Is it 8? 8? Not 8.
My 7:30. My 7:30 is
Yours,
the time which
yours
was done.
7. Okay.
So now it is already 14 minutes out. So 7:30. You got it right? What is the time?
Right, right.
Let's say 15 minutes before this. What do you join?
Right, right. I understand.
Okay. So today we're gonna focus on the other part. So I already uploaded a video of yesterday's class. You can see them if you missed her.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kant, can you please send the link on the chat? For some reason, I'm not able to find it in my email. The previous link which you sent us for the videos.
So
Channel.
yeah, I have sent you through WhatsApp. Go to the
Oh,
WhatsApp and
okay.
then see the links in the WhatsApp
Oh,
chat.
Okay, I was digging
okay.
in my email. Sorry.
Same here. Even I was also doing the same thing.
Okay. And I had to.
See the
Okay.
specific of your channel has been and I've sent you out. So specifically, I've added the last class video. So prior to that,
Okay.
we were doing so many, but you said like too many things we have done, so we want that video first. So I've converted
Yes.
them, then I've added it. So
Okay.
Hmm.
so no problem. So let me share my screen.
Got it.
Okay.
Dude, ఇక్కడ
అవి ఛార్జింగ్ ఉన్నాయో లేవో ఇప్పుడు
मैं क्या
so
करूं बेटा?
admin at mcg.com training. Okay, I think till yesterday we talked about case management and what is a case, how do we fire email to case, web to case, how do we manage queues and queues. All this we got to know. Then writing an assignment rules. So again we got to know how do we put a specific criteria, entry criteria to when the case is getting created. So by that time, so they will have rules and regulations. If you have this status, if you have this origin, go to the respective queue, and the queue members would, or you would say, they accept the ticket or case and they start working on it. So that's the ideal state. So any questions there?
No.
No. No.
So okay, if you have questions, I think I have uploaded video there, so you can go back and then verify them if something is missing.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
let's start with the Salesforce knowledge management. See, in the knowledge, few things have been available in the classic, and few things are available in the lightning experience. Something we have to know on and off onto the knowledge management side, because knowledge management is specifically to get a knowledge management suggestions when you're working with the cases. Let's check that. So before that, we have to enable the knowledge user, and solution management is completely onto the classic side, so it is not available in the lightning experience at all. Customers in the console, yesterday we saying about service console, how do you do it? So all that we'll see today. And few auto response rule and escalation rules we have, and we'll try to use the standard features of how we can use auto response rule or an escalation rule. Something we have, by default templates are already available. We can reuse them. So when we come to workflows and other stuff, that time we'll try to create our own custom email templates. So email templates, why? If we wanted to send some specific emails, then we can do it. Okay. So let's decide on to the few things that we were left out of here onto the knowledge management. So firstly, a user who has been so let's say let's search with the knowledge. If knowledge is visible, that doesn't mean that this guy doesn't have an access. So we firstly have to go to the user and check whether the user is a knowledge user or not. Though I'm a system admin, but still every user who logs in, if he has this access, knowledge user access, only then he will be able to create knowledges. Same way, if you have a service cloud user, only then you'll be able to see that consoles, service console, which you seen yesterday. If you don't have this access, you cannot even do that. The marketing user also. So these are the different types of user access that you give it to a particular profile or to sorry, to particular user. So only then they'll be able to access few other no, what do you say, sub applications, something we have in the Salesforce. So service cloud, if user you don't have, you can't even access the service console. That is the meaning I'm saying. Same way, like if you don't have a knowledge flow user or certain knowledge users, you cannot use even a knowledge activity. If you don't have a flow user, you cannot even create a flows. What do you mean? CRM content user, you cannot upload a files and receive a files, upload a files. So by default, this ought to be there because he's a system admin. But at least here, knowledge users that we have to enable it to anyone else who's in the company. First time, at least you have to enable the user, and that guy can have an access. So ideally, this won't be present. If you're enabling the knowledge user, again, if you license, you have to pay for it. I mean, license price, you have to pay for it. So again, going back quickly to the company, company information here. So as of now, knowledge user is 0. So look at this license operators. Often I would talk about the org ID, right? While we're sending the web case, this is the org ID. See, company will have a Salesforce organization ID. And which instance you're falling under AP2 performance? I think it is Asian Pacific 24/7 instance. Here it is not showing now, but here it is. It says it's which instance you belong to. So now, user license, of course, we know Salesforce, we have two user license totally, and one I have used. The same way for you also. Who is a Salesforce? Now you guys are cloning the profile as system admin. So they are having a license of Salesforce, isn't it? If you clone a Salesforce sales admin system admin profile, you see
Yeah.
license is Salesforce, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that means only one user is left over for a developer, or already one is the one who logged into the admin. So he is already using it. And one more, only one license will left over. So if you have very simple profile, you can use a Salesforce platform, and you can utilize at least three guys here. Even they will also log in, right? So three people you can use it. But check about what this Salesforce standard platform can use it. What is this? Salesforce platform, what is a license can use it with. So it can use account and contact if you think, and rest of the custom object if you think. So even they have some minimum access to the application. As a license, what you talk, the topmost access which you have is Salesforce license because they are having a system admin type of an access for that. Of course, your guys are using the cloning of Salesforce profiles. So now, even for this Salesforce standard platform, you have to clone the same way what you have to do for a system admin. Any Salesforce standard platform like this, if you see a license, you have to clone them.
Okay.
And again, how did you do for system admin? The same level you have to do there also, because you can't give a system admin profile and then you cannot associate there. I mean, you're cloning from Salesforce as a license and then doing, and then you cannot expect Salesforce platform would be there for the same license. You have to again clone whichever the profile is there, and then you can use it. Who for whom I'm saying is whoever people have a minimal access for them, you can utilize this platform, or else you would have only one user left over here to log in with. So you have to keep switching them. Okay, let's say one user will have branch manager. Profile is branch manager, some user, the same user. So you will go to the same user and change the profile to branch manager. Now you log in as a branch manager. So whatever the access that you can see, that's it. But the data, whatever you try to create, now we will have a confusion that who created this data. So one time as a branch manager, you would have created. The next time again you change the profile to car sales guy. So you will change your profile to car sales guy. Again, the same guy is going to access. But based on the profile was that user would be active. But every time when you do a case record or modify the record, so how do we assume that who modified it? Because your single user only is all having the same name. It will be confusing, right? Guys, you getting what I'm trying to say?
It's little confusing here. So right now, when we are doing the profiles, right? So if we are having a CEO with system admin profile, then we are kind of cloning that to create a branch manager or a staff.
Yeah.
So at that time, all the three profiles will be having the Salesforce license, right? Then it will be three users having, or three profiles will be having
Only profile
Salesforce.
is there. It's a simple profile, but no user tied to it.
Okay, then we
Only
can
one user,
assign.
only one user is left over here as part of the developer
Right,
org. So you have to manage your users along with the profiles. Profile is absolutely one which you created. Who should see what?
right.
Now the same user you're saying that today you're saying that hey you are branch manager today. The next day you turned off and then you're putting is again changing his profile to you are now
Oh,
basic guy.
okay.
Now for the same guy, if you keep overriding the things, when that
Profiles.
particular guy is trying to create a record or playing with, so we will not have that punch where to originally what he has created we will not know.
Okay, 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 got it.
Today you log in as bank manager and you did some stuff. Tomorrow for the same user you change the profile. Ideally, in the original state, it will not happen. But for your case, you're just trying it out, seeing that okay, it's and everything is working fine. But somehow you try to create a record and you check it, right?
Hmm.
So then the same user would be, has a different profiles you would have been worked out.
Right.
If in original case, there will be different users associated to it. So that's the reason I was saying standard platform. Somewhere see solution standard platform. Okay, Salesforce platform user. So this is the one which is the profile we have. You can either again clone this because we have three users can add with this profile. Look at now. As being a page load is all fine. Mm, what max we get? Account we get. That's more than enough. No. And then we get contact. So majority of the people account and contact only are using it here. And then hmm, accounts we have, contacts we have, and then custom objects you keep getting it. So at least you can fit it here, right? So your standard objects one or two, and then you're just falling under the custom objects. So now when this guy is logging in, he at least has a custom object. So you can enable the access for this. No worries at all. What I'm trying to say is accounts there, contacts there. What else is required? You can give them. Three users, you can use this, guys. See, press platform, McDonald's is the app which we have, and you make this as a default, and you remove this. So that way, this platform user profile is all having is McDonald's as the one. So I can clone the same profile and I can modify it as a different user profile name. So McDonald's. Oh, I cannot keep services in. This guy's may not have a case object access. Let me check. So look at this. This guy doesn't have a case object access. Hmm. So what profile I've created so far?
Hello.
No, what I was thinking is which profile I've created for to him.
So what exactly are we doing here, Kant? You
See,
are
look at this. Look at this. MCD sales rep profile. So MCD sales rep profile is having this access. So if you wanted to use the see what people you are no you are today in terms of trying to create profiles. I agree. So everyone will run and create up multiple profiles and you're done with. But again, only one user can be tried with this. One user would be trying to try with this. So what I'm saying is there is another profile which is there called a Salesforce platform. Um, so if you use that particular profile and you can create three users, I'm saying. So use wisely where other three people can fit in. So for example, a MCD sales rep I have. So if I wanted to have another profile, so firstly what I have to do is I have to clone this profile and use it. So I'll tell you what I'm trying to do. For MCD, my scenario, I would have MCD store managers. So I'm going to give store managers and I'm going to click on save. Okay. MCD store managers. So with this profile, I can have three users associated to it. So I'll decide later on who should have access, what to do, all that I can do. Again, so I'm not cloning a system admin profile here, so that or sales rep profile. I'm not doing it here. Since I want to use this again, I have to turn off all this and then I have to use it. So that way, at least this profile is be eligible for us to use it. So likewise, another two profiles or another three profiles I'm going to create, whatever. So each one user I can associate to this profile where free developer org is giving to us. Okay, now why I come to here is if you see these many profiles you have, you can use this. I'm saying part of knowledge user. I will tell you what we're doing it here. There's something called as feature license. You are a knowledge user, so two is available to you, and use license is zero. That means today I'm going to enable knowledge user, so it will turn it as one. So that is my point. So while doing that, I say that okay, somehow you're going to touch it the profiles and user. Only one user is going to have if you are living with that. We don't have a system admin. No problem. So I have enabled knowledge user. So now look at this company license. Wherever, whatever you use it in all the company profile, sorry, company information things, you can see this. Feature license is what a specific feature that we are utilizing it, like say flows or service cloud or knowledge or offline. These are the specific feature what sales was giving to us. Like you can upload a files to the content management, and each number of license we have, how many have used that it says. So now the knowledge says so far zero, right? So I have used for one. So let's see. So you may ask question why he was saying about the profile. Knowledge user with the future licenses down. So one I have used. So I'm saying that if you all go run and then create only for a sales profile, and if you clone multiple things and then you start working on it, and tomorrow only one user is associated to it, there are three more users for some other license. So please even utilize that I'm saying. That you can add three users, where again a custom application, custom object, all you can give an access to there. In few of your projects, only accounts and contacts you are using it. So then you can use them. I'm saying it. So any questions there?
Yeah, I didn't understand this whole thing. Use.
See, before you are knowledge, you wanted to have a knowledge management access, you should be knowledge user.
Okay. Yeah,
I
you have
say,
enabled that.
yeah, no, Salesforce knowledge management. You are in service cloud. You want to have a knowledge article suggestion to a particular case. You won't
Right,
get
right.
just like that. Before doing that, you should have been a knowledge user. So one day I said that how many number of license you have firstly for knowledge users. If it is available, then you can utilize this guy should be marked as checked, or else this is not even enabled for us. It will be disabled. Saying that you
Okay.
are and anymore you don't have knowledge license at all. How can you give this? That would be the point. And otherwise, you should have some license. The moment you click on it, if you're utilizing it, so then you can see the knowledge is present. It's
Then
enabled here.
what is that? You said if you have three availability, go and use the three rather than one. What is that?
So today, I don't know. That's the reason I'm saying. Firstly, we have to understand the licenses. Hmm, what is that? Hmm. Firstly, we have to understand the licenses.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one which we all effectively working. Who is a system admin?
Okay.
Salesforce is the license which a system admin is logging in today. Let me get into user and show you first. So system admin is using this profile, right?
Mhm.
Let's say this the user who signed up for this R. So when he's checking, so he's using Salesforce as a license. Do you see this? Leave the profile. See, the profiles are utilizing the licenses. Profile you can have ABC whatever you want, but what license they're using is Salesforce license they're using it. Correct? So now come here. Now Salesforce license they are using it. How many we have? Total number of thing two we have. So why it said one used? Already system admin is using that. He's already counted for one. Who signed up this org? Now only one is left over. That means what? Only one user you can assign it to more.
Okay.
Getting? Now
Yeah.
using this license, you are trying to create a number of profiles. The profile name would be let's say like how she's created branch manager. Now branch manager she has created having the same license. Again, one more she's creating called as car financial aids. No, what is it? Advisor. Same license she is using. Now, as many profiles are using, we should see the count also here. Already one. Even the one was also used, then it will be zero. So then that particular profile we cannot associate a user. While we're trying to create a user, it says license is less. Then what you have to do is you have to come back to the second user we have created, and you should change his profile to the as advisor, again as the insurance agent. So you should keep overriding them, changing them multiple times to see the results because he's the only user we have to can test it. Applying multiple profiles on him and you are testing it. End of the day, what record you have created that will be a big question. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say Sandeep, I have assigned you as a see. I have 10 profiles using with the same Salesforce license. Only
Okay.
two license we have used. One is system admin already used. Now only is one leftover. That leftover profile is let's say so that leftover user is let's say Sandeep. So one is Kant and one is system admin is Kant and the another one is we have 10 profiles you think or 5 to 6 profiles you think. Now only one user is left over for that particular licenses. Now what do you do? So after assigned to Sandeep. Okay, as a sorry, as a branch manager, I've assigned to Sandeep. Now other 5 to 6 profiles I have to test it. How do I test it? License is zero. So now what to do is
Okay.
I
So
change
you're
back to
saying that you
I
have to
go to
remove.
Sandeep. I go to Sandeep. Again I change the profile from branch manager to insurance agent. Okay. Now you log in. Sandeep, you normally you log in as a user, same username and same password. So your user only you log in. Only the profile I've changed as
Okay.
a from a branch manager to financial advisor. Now you can see the application what a financial advisor is viewing in. So all that view of everything is possible. You can see it, whatever you can play with. Now the same user is trying to create a record using a branch manager, and now again you're logged in as a financial advisor. You also trying to create the same record again, same user only. So it is like a multi-personality of people who you yourself having multi-personality is something like that. One time you are as a financial advisor logged in, so one time you have logged in as a branch manager, sometimes you are an insurance agent. So when you try to create your record and you're dealing with them, so who modified what? It will be a big question. As of which profile you have modified which one? It will be a question, right? Ideally, you
Mhm.
see your name as the one who was modified last, but as who you modified, who we cannot justify. But
Okay.
as a normal system application, you can see what you can do with the maximum of the profile access you got. You can see all of them. But the record I'm saying about when you modify, you cannot justify who as which user you have modified. We cannot tell you as which profile basically. So
Okay.
such why we have to get into confusion. So we have three users we can use with this platform. I said with this license. So what you do is, so few of the profiles you create with the Salesforce platform, and see three license we have. So go activate as how we're doing for a Salesforce other profile. Choose here also the same. Clone this profile and you give three names, different names in this profile, and you can associate three different users here as a Salesforce platform.
Okay.
Now that particular using this license, you would have created the three different profiles. I think, like say store manager, like say branch manager, or an agent. However, this all these guys would have an access basic to contacts, accounts, comma, and then all your custom objects and your custom application. So in that case, I think this guy can effectively use it. Is it to if your application is having only two accounts and contacts and other custom objects and your custom application, so this particular using this profile we can use three users because he's capable of doing all this activity. You need not to be always have to have Salesforce license for that. So others
Okay.
So
getting
one quick question on Salesforce, how it tackles. So in a huge company, there are multiple system admins, right? So if the Salesforce license can be used by or only two users can use this Salesforce
no.
license.
This is because a developer or we
Developer.
have to give.
Okay,
Ideally, it will
okay,
be 50, 60. I mean, a
okay,
majority of the system admins should be thinking, or they be
okay,
100. It's very costly license. So
okay.
Salesforce don't want it to, as a developer, what you're doing it, maximum you try to create a user and you play with them, right? So that's
Yeah.
the reason for a developer environment to play with. They're just given two users. Go play with
Okay.
two users.
So,
Oh,
Kant, this is what I understood. Let's say you have 10 users and you have to assign them for specific profile.
Yeah.
Let's say if Salesforce platform and customer community login can do the job, whatever the users wants to do. And Salesforce platform has 10 license and customer has 20 license and you have 20 users. So instead of adding them to Salesforce platform, you're saying that you can add them to 20 where we have more window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even that profile is also will help you out
Okay.
what you're
Right.
today doing into the sales. So same.
Yeah. So, okay, got it.
Use
If you
them
have,
wisely. Use them wisely where other top priority profiles, which is having access to all the stuff in your org, assigned to that particular guy there, and the rest of the minimal guy you can put it here.
okay,
Instead of Jane as a simple user or a financial advisor simple user, he would have access only to the application. Use them here. So Tushar, for you, I'm saying if you creating a number of profiles, tomorrow you end up saying that was to whom should assign to. I have a profiles, but I don't have users. Getting so using this license, you would have created a number of profiles, but you don't have a users. If you use one user, done. This is zero. So thereafter you will be lack of having users. So try to use that time this guy. So don't go to community login and all you can do only if you only have a community access only then you can do it. Of course you have a login here you can create, but where's the community setup? Five users you can use it here also, but where's the users? I mean, where's the community setup? Again, that is a big headache, which we're dealing all with the Salesforce type of an application, not with the community. Getting that will be two different drive. So use this Salesforce and a Salesforce platform. So overall five users you can use it. Now with the five users you plan the application. Still, you can have multiple profiles. You can switch over the users and you can use it. But at least five users we have now, along with system admin. I'm saying. Hmm. Otherwise, knowledge users today enabled. It has got 1. So now you should search with knowledge. So since he is the user who logged in as a knowledge user is enabled, so it is getting knowledge settings here. Or else I would have not got this. So let's jump into the knowledge settings. You need to enable this for this entire org since no one has enabled so far. So as being the system admin, you are the enabling first time. So it is not reversible the same. However, what is the use of this? Um, Enabling Salesforce knowledge is not reversible. We know it cannot be again disabled like this. Once it is enabled, it's done. However, if you want to do, you can hide the tabs and checking the profiles permissions on the articles. See, once your object is enabled, you want to disable means what to do. Go at the profile level, knock off the object permissions which is not required. So let's see. See, the knowledge tab is available to all the standard profiles. Standard profiles means whichever the profiles you have seen so far as standard which you got for everyone it will be available. Enabling knowledge, Salesforce knowledge. See, they are saying very sure you cannot be undone. So now knowledge setting is enabled and now we have to configure few things here. So let's quickly edit it. So majority would be classic only they would say. So why they say classic? Because early knowledge and solution management, all these are using for knowledge for classic applications. However, enable lightning for knowledge. This is the one which you have to focus. Enable lightning knowledge. Enable automatic loading of rich text when the article is this is required. Where and all the article summary should be present. Internal app. These are the portals you can say. Customer portal, partner portal, any application internally wanted to display, all this you can do. All these are classic only. Suggest related articles and cases. Based on the subject, whatever you give, I will suggest you. In the subject you given as something issue with McDonald's service, so then I'll associate to the district to whatever the articles which is present on the service side, so we'll populate that. Something hardware issue, particularly mouse is not working. So based on that, I would have a number of articles present. So I will showcase the particular articles to the right case so that the agent can associate or attach that particular articles to the respective case and you can close off. So all what we're doing is we have an articles, bunch of articles we would create. A case is coming in. So you are trying to work on the case based on the subject, whatever the customer has given. At the right side, there will be a lot of suggestions. There are so many tickets been resolved using these articles. If you want to use them, you can attach to the respective user, you can close it. So that is the meaning of the suggestion art for the articles is. So maybe if you try to give the articles attach and then you can close, the user who created, he can see the, okay, there's an article associated to this already. If I follow the ABC steps, I can resolve myself. So that is ultimate goal of it. Because often they say same service agents who are working on the same case on a different case. So they won't do any repetitive work. So if you have already an articles present, you can associate them and then send it off to the users. Now to how based on what I need to do all this suggestion. Subject. Subject is the one people would tell about what is issue in the case. Otherwise, with the email ID, what I can suggest, with the reasons what I so so what I was doing is I've enabled the knowledge articles and so knowledge settings. In knowledge settings, I'm just giving few things configuring, which is very important things. This is two things. Enable knowledge for Salesforce Lightning. So when you do this two option checked, so you will be able to see this particular knowledge article in sorry knowledge section in the Lightning experience. Then if you want again this is not relevant to us because this says classic only. None of our applications would work on the we are not intention to work on the classic side. So we're not worried about it. So leave it with them. Otherwise, if you see how do I wanted to showcase my case or to suggest some articles based on the case subjects which you get. So choose case subject. So based on that, I can suggest the articles related on case. See, if I don't suggest at all, this option has been disabled. Why this we say is choose up to 5 short text fields that includes the description of an issue and attached to a product or a case or a topic. The suggested articles are available in the Salesforce console for service and your portals when you're viewing the existing case and creating new ones. So basically, what they're trying to say is, if I choose this article suggestion based on the whatever the fields we have text field, I can easily show them. So suggest related articles is on subject. If I say in subject, someone is giving laptop as issue. So then related laptop issues, I'll all show the articles on that left side, or right side, whichever you would design. So then other things they were saying is any other text fields that you can keep it here. Any other text fields which shows about an issue, you can write here. But all this phone, fax, email, reason, this all won't match makes a good sense to us. That's the reason we're not worried about it. One is subject is more than enough for us. And then your suggested knowledge should be in only in English, or you want to have multiple languages. If a multiple languages you are dealing with, then you can choose which are the language, what are the reviewer, who should be that you can choose through. So in the classic, they have an options called as whenever you are trying to close a case, you would give a solution. That solution only you can turn back to an article. So from a case only, can you create an article? So that was a question. So again, this is only available on classic, so we are not worried about because from a case only, if you try to create article, so then it is good enough for agents. But that those are where in only the classic thing it is enabled. So answer settings again classic. All these are about for classic, so we are not worried about this. So only for lightning experience this and which articles you're suggesting it from a cases. Autocomplete title search based on the subject, it will automatically do a title search and give it to you. Autocomplete keyword search also we have enabled. Highlight relevant articles text within the search results. So this is all you would see. Knowledge one is the um, a simple like a component you can say knowledge one. This component will help us showing in related articles. You will just see them. Let's quickly save this. So what I've did now, I have enabled a knowledge user for respective users and post enabling user. I have to just check back to the knowledge settings. If knowledge settings already been enabled, you need to worry. If this is the first time, you have to go to knowledge settings and enable and where you want it to visible and what you want to do with the knowledge application. That knowledge one component, you have to say them. Of course, you want to suggest the case articles by subject that you have to mark and enable the lighting experience where you want it to have it. Fine. So keeping this in mind, so we are just going now. Um, let's go to knowledge. See, knowledge is an object which you have underscore underscore C not, but KAV. Did you see this? Knowledge articles. It's not underscore C. It's not a custom object, but it's a standard object. They have named it as underscore KAV. So now let me create a new knowledge article record. So where I would say title as since it's a restaurant ring, food food service inquiries or food service save it. So this is what we have issue in the lightning experience. So they don't have much information here. Look at this food service issue. That's all. But if you see the same in classic, would have much more options. Look at this. Don't have an approve option. This is still in the draft version. That means this is not yet published. Okay. Anyway, so what I do is I'll try switch back to a classic and then explain about what it is in the future state. If the knowledge is getting into a higher version, so then it will be helpful to you guys. What I do, I just switch to classic and then quickly check this. So then in the classic, you should search for the knowledge. In the draft, I've just created the food service issue. Then I'm just wanted to edit this. It says summary here. That summary not even present there. And it says assign, publish. So many things you have. But there you don't have a. It's but default it's in draft version. So we don't have any other option. Also, just look at this. Anyways, so here, um, register a complaint. Food service issue. The moment the ticket comes in, so register complaint on abc.com and then explain the food quality. Explain food quality, and the third one is how do we refund order. Something like this chapter to add it here. So where to which particular article this all channels should be enabled. So I would say public knowledge base is enough for me, or internal app is fine. So we don't use any community portal called partner or customer. So public knowledge base is enough. So if you're trying to use the communities, that time you have to enable this customer, which part of community you're working on. Even the community can have this suggestion like knowledge articles. So that time you can enable there. Save and close. So now when I say food service issue, register complaints and all the points you have. All right. So it's still in the draft version. You can set it. You can assign to someone saying that boss, please check these instructions if you can approve it. You can do that. You can yourself publish. Say now only publish me so that these articles would be in the published state. So any articles it is in the published state, it will be available in the case management. Let's say you open a case. You open a case. There it is. See already the knowledge has been available here for us. If this ticket, it's basically case, what it says, generator assembly instruction unclear. So that's there's no suggestion here. So what we're doing is we are trying to create on a food service issue. So that's the reason food service is not being getting here. See, food service is the knowledge articles which you got it now. Look at this, it isn't published yet. Now only we published from there, right? And then we don't have another description. So look at this crazy. Anyhow, so how did we got this? From a case on the right side, which I searched for the something food service, I got this option, isn't it? If that is really matching to this case subject, then it would have been automatically populated. So we'll come to that. So what I've did is I have created the articles and I've published it. So if you want to create one more article of type knowledge, see, article is a main. Under that, you try to create type what? It is knowledge, FAQ. It is all the type, like how you have a record type. So like that it is. As again, I'm repeating. So you are always trying to create an article. An article is a type of FAQs or a knowledge or whatever the XYZ terms which you're answering to a questions to someone, which is a predefined step-by-step things. So all these are the types, their knowledge and other stuff. But ideally, originally, whatever you are recording the informations. So they are called as articles. See, article record type they have. So other than knowledge, they don't have anything. That's the reason they're not showing anything here. So if you have varieties of article types, then it would have been shown. So now, again, food service issue, restaurant issue. Hmm. So restaurant mention, register a complaint. So third point is articles. From an article, so we're saying that, sorry for the, there's something when it's asking, sorry, not. Not order, faster than comment. I'm saving and close. So this is an article which is just now which is created. In the draft articles, you could see something. Mm, so go edit them. You can preview them also, how it should be. So this is the title, and to where and all it is used, they are saying as a draft. Let me publish them. So that way, two published articles we have now. So if you have any articles, or if you have any, sorry, if you have any cases related to these restaurants or related to something issues, we can get them. So I said as issue. Oh, you're searching in my drafts. It should be in articles. Look at this. So the moment I say about issue, I'm getting two articles here.
Do we,
Hmm.
how does it is populating, how it is getting the data from the data, from the articles list when you enter issue, how it is connecting to these two? Do we do that, or is it automatically provided by the Salesforce, that feature, such option?
This text box.
Not the text box, but when you enter issue, it is bringing you two documents, right? Two articles which you created.
Hmm. So this is a Salesforce window, basically, whatever I created. So those articles are in published state. It is in a published state, then I'm searching with them. So the moment I say issue,
The
definitely
logic, how it is pulling those two
these
documents.
are by Salesforce default. We are
Okay.
just using the UI to create records.
Okay.
So who I ideally manages is this all KS team before, you know, providing the service to the users. So all they have this type of articles been ready. Once articles are ready, so it'll go live. For example, here if I say issue, look at this. Two articles which just came in here. Do you get this? So when I say issue, I have two here. So before you are typing and you're suggesting it, if your case is something relevant to that, then automatically you'll get it. So let me jump into case. Service delivery issue at Kukatpalli. Let's open this ticket. I didn't do this. See, suggestion already got based on the subject. Service delivery issue. Issue is matching. So that's the reason you're getting this. issue is a text, issue is a text is matching. So that's the reason you're getting it. You're getting. So our ticket subject is service delivery issue at Kukatpally. Service delivery issue. Service issue. Issue. Service issue. Service plus issue. So this is matching. So that's the reason it is the first place. This is secondly matching. That has been got to the second place. If restaurant is directly matching, that would be the first one to get in the first place. Getting? So what you do is now you see a case which has been came from a customer and you see the articles. Now this guy says service delivery issue. So then this is not related to food service, or maybe these guys are having some issues with the food. So what it says, explain about the food quality what you got. How do you refund the order? Service delivery and this doesn't match. Now to come to restaurant, register complaint on the ABC at the restaurant and sorry for the inconvenience. So now based on these articles, what he does, he tries to either he gives his own comment as an agent, or he tries to attach these articles if it is directly says ABC to follow. Since it's the food industry, so I have to say him that okay, we first you have to apologize to your customer, and he said that if you still have, you can go complaint raise it here, and what are the issue that you got, we will refund to you, and then you. So these are the steps he has to follow. First, he has to ask him them to register complaint, and then what is the restaurant that you have faced, what type of issue that you faced, you should tell, and then finally you're asking sorry for the inconvenience which is caused. So this all agent should follow. If it is a flatly like something like a product we have, hey, go do troubleshoot on A, switch on the button. Now check on the fan. If that sound is there, then this is the issue. Then turn off the system, restart again. It will work. If that is a step-by-step procedure you have, you can easily attach the case and you can move it on to the. You can close them also. But since ours is a restaurant, so this is giving a suggestion to our agent, not to the people who are like who raised the case. How to resolve this, how to convince the customers. Okay, these are the ABC terms you have to convince the customers. Maybe I would attach this case if it is relevant to me. Anyway, I can attach this article to this particular case. Getting issue with the restaurant maintenance. So this is how I resolved for the service delivery issue, and this is the articles which I used. Again, if you go to related, if the articles section is there in the right side, so it would show that okay, which articles is associated for this guy. You guys getting what I'm trying to say? So this is a service window where we're trying to do right side the knowledge articles has been available to us. Whichever the case we are working, you see the respective cases. If this is useful to you, you try to click on them and you can going to say that attach this article. Once you attach the article, you're going to click on this to close. So the moment you close this ticket, so an email would be fired to the respective users who created this ticket. And if you are visible showing them articles which has been part of this case, of course, if this is the public articles, he could click on the link and he would see the window what he has to do with the case. What is the response we got from the agents? That's how it is, right? Likewise, if you see in Amazon, if you order a product and that doesn't reach it on your time, or you're not interested, you wanted to cancel the order. So what you do is you raise a support ticket with the agent, no Amazon. Now Amazon will respond by few things saying that okay, this product is not delivered to you, maybe for some reason. Please wait for 1 week. So then still they didn't do, they will ask you for apologizing and then refund your amount. So however you are trying to connect with the customer agent and they are trying to respond back to you, that also would be an email chain. Something if it is relevant to an article type, they would have posted articles, or else they only would personally reply back saying that XYZ comments. Because all the cases are unique to case to case will be unique. So if an article is already present, you can assign them an attach and then close this case. So the person who are who are created the case, they would receive the notification back along with article link if they want to do something XYZ. So any questions here on the knowledge articles?
No.
So what we did, we checked first is a knowledge user. We enable knowledge settings, and we went back to the case layout, and we saw that the knowledge bar is enabled, but articles, if it is not there, try to create an articles. You give a subject whatever you want, article title, and then give a description. Make sure that you're going to publish the article, and then you come back to the case and see that any articles present at the right side. Yes, it is present. You're trying to attach that particular article to a respective case. So that is what we're doing as of now. Now let's do the customize the console. Customize the console. We'll just get in. How do we customize this console? Go to the edit page of here directly. So you have a three different section. So these three different sections is already defined by template three regions. Did you want to change the three region to something else? It is your wish. See, three regions we have. No, this three region doesn't make sense to me. If you want to make header with two equal regions, you can do this also. Then something else you want. If this is also is required, you can still do it. So go to next and right sidebar. So anyway, here also you have a case. Here also you have a case. I don't want multiple times. You can delete them. Not required. Customer contact. Okay, let me put this knowledge article at the top. We want to display this information because this record has no parent or don't have access. Okay, let's go then down. So look at this. So you have a case and you have knowledge articles. So one more thing here, click on them. Here feeds and details. I want to get them feed as first, details as a first, and I want to make default tab as a details. So the moment I open this record, my details tab should be the first one to be populated. So if I say details, so case record is detail. So based on this, there's some articles also present to you. Now when you check on related list, you see so many activity here. So still, do you want to add a component here? You can add it. Something for a case, if you have a compact layout, you can add at the top. So we have a couple of buttons here. If not, you can add them only here directly this way. So what I'm trying to do is I'm customizing the lightning page here. Just a second. Okay. So if you want to get some custom single what do you say section here, you can get them by saying that add, and then you can say here for this you can rename it as say custom label, and you say articles attached. You can keep this way also. So you can keep as an article attached, which you have created here. So go to right section, you will get this all information. So you can add tab and you can remove tab. So you can get this to second also. Articles attached, which is blank as of now. So you can search for a single related list. So in the single related list, you can check for articles like this. So where it says this related articles displayed because it's not on the current page layout. Of course, we have to go to the case page that we have to add it, but currently it is not available here. It's okay. We will add to our related list. and then get it here. Save it. So you need to activate this page, and you should say that hey, for this entire hour, this is the one I'm making as a default one. So desktop and phone, both I'm giving it. So I'm just clicking on save. So let me do another. Just take it. App default. Sometimes app default also is important. For the service console, I'm expecting. Yes, service console. Because we are working on service console, you're making it as an app default. For that particular application, will you be getting it or not? We are unsure. You said it was org default you did, but not for specific app you did it. So now we got it because we specifically did for the service console. Now 3 layers, whatever you see, it has been turned to 2. This left side, whatever the recent layout will be always there because that is service console component. But layout wise, if you see, this is the thing that we recently modified. And attach articles we couldn't see is why because we don't have them in page layout. So what you do is you have to go to object manager, you have to go to case because articles is recently we have enabled, right? Knowledge. So go to the case page layouts. So in the case layout, so you have to get, so go to related list section. So you don't see an articles is present. See the articles, get them. So articles issue, what is that? Modify date created by, still if you want to add few fields, you can do it. Article case ID, which is mapping to knowledge article not required. So publication status, it is approved or whatever. Modified date is not required. Article title created by case article ID. Case article Y because we say to which case is assigned to do. Okay, we're good. So I'm gonna save this. So what I did is I just from the related list of the page layout, I dragged and dropped the articles and I'm saving it. But in this, at least now it should be visible. Because you can get the section, but if it is not in the page layout, it is our pain. So that we have to add it.
Hey Kant, one quick question. What is this console, service console and sales console? I think I missed it yesterday, right?
Yeah, so we have explained yesterday saying that unless there are other applications, you don't see, you see tabs at the top,
Yeah.
and then so you don't have an options to delete this type of things. Like you have a tabs, right? You have deleted everything, and we have in one window to drop down saying that all the menus we have or tabs we have here. Now let's say if I open the service delivery issue at Kukatpally, so I'm opening this ticket. So I've opened this. There's a primary tab which I call. So now I see an articles food service issue. I again clicking on them. You see this sub tab open onto this. So if you're working on one case, you can have as
Oh,
many sub tabs here.
compact something you explained in the initial class.
So compact layout, if you say, so that is something. This is what I can say is compact layout, where
Okay.
for a mobile you to say for any console windows. I'm saying you can have multiple tabs. If a service agent is working on as many tickets you see,
Okay.
is again working on 1002. So again one more ticket is loaded. So
Okay.
again you got another call is working on 127. So
Okay.
multiple cases are open here. Now service agent is logged in and he has having worked on all these different cases.
Okay.
So one guy for 1026 he said, "Sir, we will call you back. So I have noted your issue. We'll call you back right away." You have
Okay.
dropped the call, but again another call you got. You're working on it. So the moment you complete this call, and again you have to get back to this 1026 and you have to answer him back. Again you have to call back and answer him back. So you don't want to close this case. So like that he's open multiple things. Maybe he investigated few things and he left off over. So let it be all the same. You need not to close them and again redo the stuff. Look at this. This is the article which you associate to him, and this is a ticket we have. Now let's say he's working on 102. He's checking on something here details, and he's okay with this.
Okay, got it.
So basically it is making use of it, or remembering which are the tabs that you open. So this calls primary, and this all called subtabs. So such options in the normal application, which is standard navigations, we don't have it.
Hmm.
So I think we are familiar with the standard navigations, right? So generally, you open a record, you close the record. That's all. We don't remember the tabs.
Right.
So how do I got these attached articles? Since I've dragged and dropped the into a page layout, so that's the reason I'm getting these articles here. Even the related, you can see. Fun. They're not showing here. Crazy. Okay, and we have bought these articles here. Specifically custom one. Article is attached. So I could see the articles which is published. Likewise, you can go to 1027 issue with food. So still we get no suggestion articles. Issue with food. Okay, food service issue. Attach article. Unless and until no articles here. Look at this. Attach article. So when it is attached, you can see the articles attached to this. And this article is already published, so anyone can see. So this link, you can send it along with the case whenever it is closed. Is getting? See, this is the ticket basis is given when to hygiene was really not good. So that's the reason this ticket. Okay, any food service or restaurant related issues, you can ask them. What else required onto this? Okay, I think we're good with knowledge articles, customizing the console. These two things we've done. We have to work on the auto response and exclusion rules. So auto response and exclusion rule will take another 15 to 20 minutes. Should we continue? Or it is too much, you can take tomorrow. It's all depends on you guys.
Um,
I'm drained. That's what you wanted to say?
No, not for me.
No, I'm telling. I'm just putting out words there.
But
It's
think
better
we'll-
if you say this topic tomorrow. I mean, for me, at least.
You
same
don't
topic.
have to tell.
Same topic.
I'll tell. Tomorrow we'll continue, Kant. I
Okay.
want to go through your videos for case
Yeah,
because I'm
yesterday's
still
video and today's video. Because,
because
yeah.
too much of information it is.
Is it? Okay.
I mean, it is good. We understood, but we have to again go through and revise
Yeah, at least.
Okay.
so that we
yeah.
don't forget.
Okay. It's okay. No problem.
So, Kant, one question is this is all the admin sections you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Until till what chapter is it? If you're going through the syllabus?
We are in 9 chapters still now. 10th is something record types already created. So thereafter, whatever you see is all admin. Still 23 is admin.
Oh,
Only
Oh,
then we'll start the course here.
okay.
So I think moment I complete tomorrow the 10th chapter. So whichever the basic things we have, so I will cover up all of them, and then still more sit into the respective place what we have workflows and other area, because we may spend 5 to 6 days here. So I don't want the reports and other stuffs to have it. So let's quickly close them off, which is our logistic things we have. We'll close them off, and we'll come specifically sit onto the area
Kant,
where
I need to go. So we'll
no
connect
problem.
tomorrow, right?
No problem. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
thank you. Okay, so let's see tomorrow. So we will close up this auto response and escalation, and then we'll start. Fine.
okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.